What a weekend, what a race. The British Grand Prix had thrills and spills, and thankfully, everybody was able to come away from it safe and sound. I'm Ollie Wilson for GP Fans. Here is more of the fallout of an incredible weekend at Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton has had a not-so-subtle dig at Max Verstappen after the British driver provided his home supporters with a thrilling battle for third with Charles Leclerc. Hamilton, Sergio Perez and Leclerc were all scrapping for the final two podium spots on the last 10 laps of the race, going wheel to wheel time and time again. Once the Mexican driver had established second place for himself, the Ferrari and Mercedes men continued their scrap for third, with Leclerc making an unbelievable move around the outside of Copse Corner, a place where just 12 months ago, Lewis Hamilton had touched Max Verstappen in their battle for the lead of the British Grand Prix on lap 1, sending the Dutchman into the tyre barriers at 180 miles per hour. Speaking after Sunday's race, the seven-time world champion couldn't resist taking a quick shot at his former championship rival when discussing Sunday's on-track scrap, saying, "Leclerc's a very sensible driver, clearly a lot different to what I experienced last year. Around Copse, for example, two of us went through there no problem, but what a battle." Hamilton was of course delighted with his third place finish and the upgrades that have been made to the Mercedes that are making it look more and more competitive every single race weekend. Over at Ferrari, Mattia Binotto has defended his team's strategy during the British Grand Prix after Charles Leclerc missed out on another opportunity to close in on his Formula 1 title rival Max Verstappen. Leading the race late on, despite suffering damage to his SF75 on the opening lap, Leclerc was the loser of a safety car period that played into the hands of his teammate Carlos Sainz, who went on to secure his maiden F1 win at the 150th attempt. Ferrari opted to keep Leclerc on track on a set of aging hard tyres, while pitting Sainz for fresh soft rubber that provided him with crucial grip for the final 10 laps remaining once the safety car period had ended. Despite the Scuderia's supporters' elation for a win for their Spanish driver, many were left questioning the decision to not pit Leclerc as well and perhaps double stack the pair. Mattia Binotto, Ferrari team principal, however, didn't feel there was enough time to pit both drivers, adding, "Charles had track position, he was leading, so he would remain leader. His tyres were fresher compared to Carlos, he had 6-7 laps less, and by stopping Carlos and still being second, he would have protected us in the first couple of corners." The team had hoped that the softer tyres would wear down faster than they eventually did, hoping that Leclerc's old rubber would be similar to that of the chasing pack by the end of the last 10 laps. But the softs held on well, and the Monegasque driver's chances for a win went up in smoke, leaving him 43 points adrift of the Dutchman in the Formula 1 Drivers' World Championship standings. You can see those and all of the other news from Silverstone on gpfans.com.